Hello there. So the more I look at the information that's available online about tinnitus, the more I realize how people are so negatively impacted by that information and why people like my channel, because I don't go there so much. There are a lot of people who they get tinnitus and then they read about it and they read about the horror stories about how terrible it can be. And then they go about getting they get mental health problems as a result. So one of the reasons that I have this channel is to help you with your mental health problems. I have to be sure and say, I don't have a degree in psychology, but I have studied it quite a bit, and I feel like the information I provide is good. One of the reasons is I feel like people come back and tell me that I've helped them a lot, and I'm glad to know that. But this path to getting tinnitus, being really worried about it, and then reading how terrible it can be, and reading how there's some people, they never are able to habituate to it. And it gets worse and worse for them. This story is something that we have to be super informative about, because this is not the story that most people tell. The story that most people tell is they got tinnitus. It was bothersome for a while, maybe really, really bothersome, so much so that they couldn't sleep and they had a lot of anxiety. And then they got to the point where they did not have hardly any problems anymore. And it's an amazing journey that many people have to go through. And if you think about in life, everybody has a huge challenge that they come to face in their life sometimes, where it feels like they're in the pits of hell, or they're deep, they're in the boiling pot, and it's a matter of life and death. It feels like that when you have tinnitus. It feels like a matter of life and death. This sound is driving me crazy. It could get worse and worse, and if I don't do something, maybe my life will be over. That's a serious challenge that tinnitus gives to people. But with it can come an outcome that is beautiful. And we first go into the boiling pot, and we spend some time there. There's a lot of stories throughout mythology where someone has to go and face a tremendous challenge, and then they come back and they live to tell about it. And it turns out that they learned something really special from it. And tinnitus can do exactly that. You can learn so much about yourself as you're facing these serious challenges, where you get to the point where it's untenable. I just can't cope anymore. You get that bad, and then somehow you work your way through it, and you get to a beautiful place where you say, wow, I just faced an amazing challenge. It took me such a long time to get through it. It was several weeks, several months, maybe even several years. And then I got to a place where maybe it was gradual. It's not like when boom, tinnitus is gone, or boom, I don't even think about tinnitus anymore. No, you had to go through a lot of work and challenges to get to that point. Some people get so overloaded, though, by this negative information about how some people never habituate. And some people's tinnitus gets so loud that they can never, live a normal life. And then the mind-body connection is proven to be so strong. If you believe that, you just think about religious zealots, people who are maybe not the same religion as you, but they believe so strongly about something that is absolutely crazy. But, you know, when you talk to them, it's 100% clear in their mind. I mean, you think about the story of Jim Jones, where I forget where they went down in South America, and all of his followers, he told them that they were going to be going to heaven together with him, and they just drink the poison and they'll die together and all go to heaven. And they believed it. How strong one's belief can be that they need to do something like that. You know, that's just one example. But I'm just trying to say, it's very possible to be convinced of things that are untrue. And when we have something that fills us so much with anxiety and stress and sleeplessness, and, you know, we can create such a belief that our life is over, that the sound is unbearable, that there's no possible way we could ever be okay with this. And it can be strong. And I'm here to help you know there's another way. There may be a very, very, very few exceptional cases where there's something really wrong in there and someone may never be the same again. I think even in those cases, there's a way to get them better than they are now through mental health, you know, counseling and possibly medications, and, you know, even that case we can do something about. But even then, you know, you think about people who have extreme health problems and they still did something amazing. Stephen Hawking, for example, you know, even then we can make it. We can do something special in our lives. We can be happy much of the time. And even in the presence of huge challenges. But most likely, you won't be one of those people. I'm sorry if there's somebody like that there's just very little help for them. But there is always help for this. There's always a way that we can find a way to get in a place in our brain that allows us to cope. Not just cope, but go out and live life and do wonderful things, even in the presence of great challenges. And that is, by definition, habituation. It's cultivating a habit of thinking that allows us to prosper and to grow, to become a better person, to do well in the presence of challenges. We can habituate to the challenges that we face. We can know that we have this challenge and say, well, I have this challenge, but I'm able to get my mind to a place that's in a good place that I can do well. In a large majority of cases, that place is, I don't notice the tinnitus. That's with caveats, though. Like, I've always got a sound here playing. So I've got a sound in the background. That helps a lot. But even if I'm in a silent room, it's there, I hear it, but I'm able to, like, not worry about it. You know, I'm in a good place in my brain about it. I know I've got the sound. I know, you know, in a very quiet room especially, there's no way I can just not notice it some of the time. But I can definitely get my brain to a place where I've got other things to think about. I'm busy in my brain. I'm doing, and I'm happy about the things I'm thinking about. You know, so that's why I encourage you to find some things that will make your brain happy. You know, I've done a lot of videos about that. I should do more. But yeah, we need to understand what habituation is. It's not the same for everybody, but it's finding a better place in your thinking. And as you're getting a better place in your thinking, your actual body chemistry changes. We've talked about this in other videos. And even the nerves that provide you with the information about your tinnitus and the loudness of it can be they can change. I believe that strongly because I know there's a lot of research related to pain and how nerves change. And I believe the sound is the same loudness, but my sensitivity to it is way, way less, you know. And I'm so thankful for that. So I'm trying to get you to that thankful place if I can. And so thank you for watching my channel. And thank you for the support in helping to head off some of the negativity. There's always those exceptions, but we can work with those too, you know. But people have to be willing to talk and work on things, not come in and put down people's strong efforts to help other people, right? Okay, well, have a wonderful day.